It's National Extraterrestrial Culture Day today, Fitzy.
Really?
It is. It's a day to celebrate and honor all past, present, and future extraterrestrial visitors. Do you believe in aliens, Fitzy?
No.
Do you?
No.
No?
I don't. No.
Okay, I didn't know. Figured I'd ask. So we have a whole bunch to get to today. And I know you had put out your Barron County Sheriff's Department 2021 annual report, and we wanted to talk about that. Is it all right if we push that off till maybe next week and get into that a little bit more next week?
Yeah, I think we're going to have to. I think there's plenty to talk about today, and I think, if we get into it, we're always ready for it.
All right, cool. Also, it's National Kite Flying Day. Why would you put that in February?
If we get into it, we're always ready.
It is National Propose Day. Get down on one knee and do the deed this proposed day. You know what? That's a terrible description.
And why would that be today and not on Valentine's Day?
Yeah, good point. Hey, that's a really good point. Then it's also National Boy Scout Day, which I didn't even know Boy Scouts was still a thing. I got to guess that you were a Boy Scout.
I was, yes, for a little bit.
I knew it.
Not. I wasn't an Eagle Scout. Man, those Eagle Scouts are something to be. That's impressive.
Really? I don't know much about them.
When you become an Eagle Scout, it's impressive.
Oh, okay. It's also Laugh and Get Rich Day. Those who laugh often tend to be happier. Happier workers are more productive and are liked by coworkers.
Well, that's us. That's why we created this show, to create smiles on people's faces and make people laugh a little. And that must mean we,
I think so.
People's day. That's what we do.
It is what we do. Good morning, everybody. It's Positive Tuesday today, February 8th, 2022. For Barron County Sheriff Chris Fitzgerald, I'm Ben Dryden, and you're watching Positive Tuesday with Ben and Fitzy, presented by Professional Exteriors and Interiors. With nearly 20 years of experience, this locally owned and operated business has provided quality work in roofing, garages, siding, window installations, kitchen and bathroom remodeling, vinyl and hardwood flooring, and they can even build your house or business from the ground up, suckers. Like Fitzy and I, Professional Exteriors and Interiors believes that it's the little things that make a big difference. So give them a call today, 715-520-2271. It's right on your screen there. Special thank you to Spooner Health CEO Mike Schaefer, who filled in for Fitzy last week. In case you missed it, you can watch a recording of that show and all of our shows. Actually, just go to our YouTube channel. It's probably the fastest and easiest. It's youtube.com/DrydenWire, or just search Drydenwire in YouTube. All right, Fitzy, welcome back, man. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Loving it. The sun's coming up. I'm still working on trying to, I'm at home still. Right, I'm creating a studio here at the house, so right now I'm literally just sitting at my kitchen table. Yeah,
that's how great we are. We can do it. Hey, I want to do something quick. I'm going to give something away today.
What?
To give away? Yeah, you don't even know about this.
No, I don't, because once again there was Fitzy. I send the link at 8:15, and we like to get like 8:28, 8:29 start a little preview thing. He gets on 20 seconds before we go. He's like, "All right, I'm ready."
Hey, I was making a difference today already. So
okay.
That's what I do.
All right.
So I'm going to give away. I got a raffle ticket here. It's for $5,000 for this weekend for our Winterfest for our Benjamin house.
Okay.
So I'm going to give one. I'm going to pay for it out of my own pocket. I'll send the stub to whoever I pick today. So somebody can win $5,000, a Henry Golden Boy, 4 Vikings tickets, a 65-inch TV, or stay on Long Lake. So I'm going to plug the Benjamin House. It's got a big ice fishing tournament in Long Lake this weekend. So I'm going to plug that. I'm on their board. So I've got a couple extra tickets here. I'm sure I can get Brian Daniels to buy some of these. I went to lunch with him. I got a free hat from him the other day.
I also have a free. Hold on, I'm going to put it out.
I don't have mine with me. I was looking
that out, dude. I can't hear you right now, but you know what? I'm just totally wearing it. And actually, look, a sweatshirt too. Professional.
Yeah, I got one too.
Yeah.
You don't feel that special.
Yeah, I don't look good in hats. So how is somebody going to win this
I don't know.
giveaway?
We'll pick a number at the end of the day. Again, they just got to comment. We'll pick from our comments, excuse me, like we normally do, and I'll fill it out with their name, and I'll send them the stub, and then they got a chance to win on Saturday, up to $5,000. So I just
No,
thought that's a good plug.
hold on a second. I want to see if pick me. I wonder if I can comment in our own things. Oh, looks like not. Well, maybe I can.
Here,
Oh, there
I
it
can.
is. See? Pick me. Do I get that?
I don't know.
Okay.
Do you win? No. There. See,
That's
I
fair.
did too.
Oh man, I don't think you can do it. Oh man, we're getting way off here already. So that
Yeah,
is awesome. So we'll get
we
to
got
that in a little bit. See, Amanda Williams says that we can. I don't think Fitzy can though, but okay. So positive things in your life. I'll actually start because I'm excited just because it was my wife's birthday on Saturday.
Yes, I saw
So
that. Happy
yeah, I know. And I threw her off because Mike was filling in for last week, and I said, yeah, I'm not really doing anything for her, but I knew she was going to watch the show. See, huh? But yeah, we ended up doing a lot. I ended up getting. You've heard of? I'm sure. Do you have any of those My Pillows?
No, I don't have a MyPillow.
We have 3 of them now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she likes anything bed related and bedding stuff. So got her some of those, and then the Murder She Wrote. She loves
Yeah.
that show. So
Really?
yeah, she loves it. So got her the whole season of that stuff, and she likes plants
should-
too. So like a grow plant, and I don't know what she uses it for. She takes it in the basement and I don't know. Who knows? She's probably making marijuana down there for all I know.
I'm a little suspect of
Yeah.
Murder She Wrote and a girl plant. Let me see. Those are 2 key factors in what we look for in crimes.
Murder She Wrote.
She is not. She shouldn't give that up. She's a suspect now.
Oh boy. Yeah, all I know is that our chili is fantastic and she makes some killer brownies. So whatever. That's what she wanted. All right, what about you? Give me some positive things.
Well, I had the week off, so I didn't have
The week off?
No, I didn't have the week off.
Oh.
I took the week off from the show last week.
Sure.
I was giving a talk, so I was out of town giving a talk, and I didn't do much all weekend. It was kind of cool again. It's going to be beautiful today. Going to hockey. We got the number 1 seed for hockey, so hockey playoffs start next week. So
Nice.
That's what my life revolves around. Yep, Rockford House. We're going to be out there, Mark, on Thursday night for a big meat raffle for the Benjamin House. So we've got a lot of great things going on for the Benjamin House this upcoming weekend. The weather looks great for it. Yeah, we got a lot of great things going on. So hopefully everybody can get out and go do something great today and over the weekend. So
where were you last week? Mike, during the show, I said that you were gone, but I think maybe you had said something. And Mike's like, don't you ever listen to Chris when you actually talk to him? Because he told you the show before where he was. And I'm like, I don't remember. So why weren't you on last week?
I had to give a talk at the CVTC in River Falls. One of the instructors that came and asked me to give a talk on major cases. Obviously, a lot of it had to do with the Kloss case. And so I gave a talk to law enforcement students that are going to be graduating for law enforcement this coming May. And we were talking about major case, missing person cases, and how we handled the Kloss case and some of the other major cases that we've had at the county. So we give a talk on, the goods and bads, things we did good, things we did bad on major cases. So
Sure.
That's where I was, and I had agreed to do it and a while ago, and it just ended up being on a Tuesday, and we couldn't make another day work. So
Sure.
we had to do it, and that's just where we're at today. And I was late because I was at a chamber meeting this morning talking about some great things going on in the city of Rice Lake. So we got it going on. It's pretty fun and pretty exciting, and we're getting some new businesses, and we're very excited about everything going on. So that's where I was last week, and I want to thank Mike for filling in for me. They couldn't ask for anybody better, him or Dave Wilson. That's there's the only 2 things. We got it.
No, Mike did great, and I was so glad that he came on because he, like us, he gets the back and forth, some of the banter, but also provided a lot of good, I thought, really, really good information. What is it like actually to watch the show? I'm sorry, did you watch the show afterwards?
Yes, I did.
What was it like watching the Positive Ben and Fitzy, and you're not on, and you're watching someone else? What's that like?
It was different. It was I miss it. We do it every week, and it's just something that we do now, and it's kind of fun,
Yeah.
and we enjoy the heck out of it. But it was different not being able to do it because I'm like, oh man, we can't talk about that this week, and now we got to wait a week to talk about it.
Yeah.
Maybe we should do this twice a week. No, we shouldn't.
No.
But positive Friday afternoons. You know,
Yeah.
I think Mike does a great job. He's always been a partner with us, and
Yeah.
I think it's just awesome that he was able to come on the show and fill in. And I mean, we've just made this show something special, and we'll talk a little bit on Dryden Wire and some great news that you have this week. And
Right.
and I just think it's so cool what we're doing. And now we've got other people excited about doing it too. And Mike uses it as a platform. I mean, we've used this as a platform too to talk about different things and promote law enforcement and the sheriff's department or whatever it is. So we're pretty excited about that. But I just think that's what we've created and what we do. But yeah, it was a little different not being on it. And now I know how when Mike makes fun of you for not listening, and now I understand why, because you obviously don't listen to anything that I say. You're just like, whatever.
My job is to ask questions. Like, I don't care what the answer is. I'm just supposed to ask a question. So I have, so first of all, I tried to contact you yesterday, and then I didn't hear back from you, and I had a few people message and ask me about a SWAT call. Since you didn't come on till like 10 seconds before we went, I didn't get to ask you if that's something that you're able to speak about at least a little bit. And if so, I'd like to get to that, and then also talk about no-knock warrants. But I do have a couple things. One is I have an update on shirts.
You do?
I do, I know. I was supposed to have it all ready for today, but I don't. So we'll have our shirts. There'll be a link to a digital store that you can go to. We'll have that on our website. I'd say today, but just to be safe, we'll say tomorrow morning. So it'll be on our website, and then we'll talk about it next week with a link on here as well. But I did get the photos. There we go. I just took some screenshots. And those are the shirt. There's t-shirt, a crew sweatshirt, a hoodie, and a long sleeve t-shirt.
Isn't that awesome?
I know. How cool is that? So
you've had a shirt before, but it's just neat that, I mean, we might only sell 3 of them, one for me and one for you, and maybe one of our family members will buy one.
Yeah, I'll probably be getting actually several of those. So actually, and I'll have more information in our article post that we do again tomorrow probably. What size do they go up to? They're up to 3 or 4X, I believe. But there's going to be like a window. I think it's going to run through April 1st. So if you order them, you have to order them between now and April 1st. And then we have it set up so that's through Barb. She's been just fantastic. You'll order those, and then at April 1st, then when she just orders them all, does all the printing and the screen stuff, and then she's actually going to then mail it directly, to the people that ordered. So we're kind of taken out of it completely. So we have that's the nice thing. She's taking care of everything. So I'll have the link for that up tomorrow morning, and we can certainly talk about it more next week. But I'm just really excited. I want a hoodie, and I want actually the long sleeve t-shirts. I love long sleeve t-shirts.
Me too. I do too. So
finally, it only took 9 months.
That's right. Hey, you can't rush perfection.
Yeah. No, and again, Barb has just been absolutely fantastic. So, and you had referenced something. So before we get into that SWAT call yesterday and some no-knock warrants, and if there's anything else that somebody wants us to talk about, please put that in the comments. But yeah, it was a pretty cool thing, right? We put a story up last Friday. It was from Wisconsin Right Now. And I don't have the headline. Oh, yes, I do. I wrote it down. Dryden Wire, #1 ranked in popularity among all independent online news sites in the entire state of Wisconsin. And we ranked 9th in the entire state when compared to traditional media. That'd be like the Journal Sentinel and stuff. So I don't know if you saw that list, but, I would love to sit and take kind of credit for it and say, wow, look at me. It's not actually that. It's clearly we're doing something that people want to read. So I just want to say thank you to everybody that continues to follow us, that continues to, including the show, that come on and comment on this show, that go to our website for their news and information. So I just want to say thank you, everybody. And it kind of blew me away, the 9th compared to traditional media outlets. Not one of those is north of Madison or Milwaukee. Mm-hmm. That's just crazy. So
it was very, very impressive. And you called me and said, be impressed with it.
Yeah.
And like, no, I'm actually impressed with it.
I messaged you, said call me, and then I got to tell you something. Just let you know, you be impressed and be really, really happy for me. And you're like, okay. Then you call and said, hey, I'm just really proud of you. Good job and everything. I'm like, I haven't even told you what it was yet.
But then I did read it, and it is actually, we brought that up at the chamber meeting this morning in Rice Lake, and we
Really?
talked about it this morning. Yeah, it's that impressive, Ben.
It really is awesome.
Think about that. You're talking Madison and Milwaukee news stations, and then Dryden Wire gets thrown in there before a lot of other things get thrown in there, and you look at how many. There were some newspapers that owned several newspapers, and they all had to get combined, and they still didn't make, the top. They still couldn't beat you or in Dryden Wire, and it's you. I mean, you're Dryden Wire. I mean, let's be real.
I'm the face of it, that's for certain.
This show has carried Dryden Wire for a long time. So
Duh.
See, that's where Mike Schaefer needs to be on now, because he would agree with me.
Yeah, I know he would. Hopefully he's on another Zoom call or something and fixing COVID. Yeah, no, it was certainly an honor. Now, we knew, like, we look at that, we use the Alexa ranking as well. We check it often, but I only have ever compared it to the other, there's, I think, 11 or 12 other media outlets in our 6-county radius.
Right.
That's the only ones I've ever compared to. I just assume, the WAUs and even, like, Claire. I've never looked at the rankings compared to statewide media. So, and thankfully, and even when I do look at all those and I see our numbers way over everyone else, I can't write a story on that because look at me. So it was just a fact that the number two independently run news site, Wisconsin Right Now, they're the ones that actually wrote the story, and it was more about that they were number 2, and they had referenced Dryden Wire in there a few times. So it was really cool to be able to put that up.
But I think as I look as a business and an advertiser, I mean, you look at that and say, this is where you want to put your money where there's volume of people to come and look. And I think, you've created that, and you've created fair news. I know some people out there think that you're this side or that side, but you've always been fair. If you look at law enforcement, yes, you're a huge law enforcement supporter.
Yes.
But if a cop did something wrong, you posted the story. So
unfortunately, we've had to do a few of those stories. Yeah, and it doesn't give me any pleasure, but
no.
Yeah, you got to do that.
That's the news, and that's why we've had some success with this show, because I don't do everything right, you don't do everything right, and we're two people that just sometimes we make mistakes, and that's life. And everybody out there agrees with us and is in the same boat as us. It's not like we don't try, but so for somebody to say you're a Republican or a Democrat, or you love cops or you hate cops, you've posted on both sides, and I think that's where people appreciate it. You've never interjected like I think. You've never started a story that says it that way. And other people have, and you only put the press release that we send, any law enforcement officer sends you, agency sends you, you post in its entirety, in the criminal complaint in its entirety. You don't cut and paste and say, oh, I'm only going to take half of the sentence that Fitzy said, or that I said, whatever. So I think that's important, and I think that's what's so cool about it. And you should. I'm honored to be part of it.
Thank
with
you.
I just think it's awesome.
That was incredibly kind of you to say all that stuff. And you know me, I get emotional stupid easy, so we're just going to move on. Because I'm not kidding. Stuff like that just gets me emotional. And seeing some of these comments, I know, I'm a wuss. But that's, I get emotional easily. So, hey, speaking of advertising and stuff, we have... Yep. So
now
this
it's
is
all about the money. Sure.
Yep.
All the nice stuff. Oh, now you can put your logo.
Now, okay. Yep. So for that 2-minute intro, this is just a rough draft, just a mock-up real quick. So that 2-minute intro that we do, we already have one business that has agreed to do this. There's a second spot right there. So think of it like, I think I put a story up yesterday, or just an article post about this yesterday, and think of it like a movie theater. When you go to sit down in a movie theater, you'll see like local businesses being advertised. So it's just that. We get a 15-second plug. You get your logo on for those 2 minutes while you and I are just kind of chatting and doing it's National Whatever Day. So if anybody is interested in that, just send me an email, drydenwire@gmail.com. Again, we already have one person that has signed up for it. We obviously love Professional Exteriors and Interiors. That is our show sponsor. But there is another opportunity if anyone's interested. Okay, moving on.
All right.
Yesterday, SWAT call.
Hey, wait a second.
Oh, sorry.
I was on the movies once. I was at the movie theater. I was on them pre-ads once. We did a underage drinking ad and put it on the movie theater. So I was literally on the movie screen. I was on the big screen.
Okay. See, that's another example. I didn't listen to you at all, so you have to repeat that. Could you send me? Yes, Amanda, I will send you some info when we're finished. So you were, as for, what was it, drinking? You're promoting drinking or something?
You're promoting drinking at the underage drinking.
Promoting underage drinking. Got it.
Yeah, never mind. Let's move on.
Okay. No, but I mean, how did that come to it? Do people even go to the movie
got a
theaters anymore?
grant. We got a grant to do some underage drinking prevention, and we made a little commercial and put it at movie theaters. And actually, we did really good. Our underage drinking numbers dropped, and it was good. It was a neat way to advertise, and so I think it was very effective. And I didn't think it would be, but it was very effective, and people saw it. I think it's kind of stems from this show. I mean, people, see us out and about, and they say they love our show, and they send us comments. So see, it's like I'm out on the big screen. So
Jody just wants the giveaway that you're doing.
Yeah, she don't really care.
No, she would not have said that had it not been.
Yeah.
Oh, real quick before we go down, then repeat that again from the very beginning. Anyone that is just joining us, there's a giveaway, which I didn't put it on that we were going to do it because nobody told me.
I wasn't prepared today.
Hold on.
Winterfest in Long Lake.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Long Lake ice fishing. We'll be out at the landing on Long Lake on Saturday. It starts at 4:00. We're giving away a bunch of prizes, including $5,000 cash. I'm going to give away a raffle ticket today. I'll pay for it. I'll just send you the stub. So if you win, you can, give me half or whatever.
Enjoy. That's going to show up in a news article on CNN or Huffington Post or something.
Yeah. Me and Adam Jarko will be quoted as taking prize. No.
And so if people just keep doing what you're doing, right? Just comment, and then we'll just pick a random at the end.
We'll figure it out. But
awesome.
Yeah,
cool.
all right. Now people are enough hearing about us.
Yeah, that was I think the most we've ever talked about us.
Yeah.
That was fun. We should do that every week. So SWAT call again. I had tried to contact you yesterday. Actually, it was about the show to talk about. I wanted to bring up no-knock warrants, so I just didn't want to make sure that was something that you had information on or whatever. But you weren't available, and then I find out that you were on a SWAT call. So what was that about?
Well, I'm just writing the press release now. It stems from an incident that took place in Polk County yesterday morning. Polk County had given us some information about a subject that had used a weapon at some kind of scene over there and fired the weapon at a car or a house. Not strictly details, but they said the suspect was at a house, maybe with a female, unknown what her status in this was, if she was there willingly or unwillingly. We weren't 100% sure. So we went to the house with our patrol division to look for it. When we pulled into the scene, we found the suspect car hiding out in the back by a shed. We also found the victim's car, what we were going to call the victim at that time. It did have some bullet holes in the door of the car. So at that time, we moved out. No one came out of the house. What we believed to be some movement. We made some PA announcements. They didn't come out. We called our SWAT team out yesterday about 8:30 in the morning, and we're there till about 3:00 yesterday afternoon. So basically all day we negotiated with no one because no one would come out, and ultimately a male subject did exit the residence about 1:30 and gave himself up. He was the suspect that Polk County was looking for. During that time, we had written a warrant for the house so that we could go in the house and look for anybody who was in there. Polk County had actually done that. And then we sent our canine unit in to clear the house. The suspect said there was no one else in there. We believe there was another female in the house that had multiple warrants for her arrest based on some information we had received. We did find that a female hiding in an attic space. The Rusk County canine did get an ankle bite out of that because the subject wouldn't come out of the attic.
Wait, hold on. The canine didn't get the bite.
Yeah.
I mean, get bitten.
No, the canine.
Okay. Yeah.
We use the canine obviously to search a residence because that's a safety thing. Why would we send officers in there? We have this dog that moves twice as fast as us and he knows what it's doing. So we use a canine, and we put it up in the attic. We lifted it up into an attic space, and that's how we trained to do that tactically with our.
What? You lifted it up into an. I mean, I don't want to give away your tactics and things that you do.
Not not attacked. I mean, but we trained for that. We actually
I didn't know
trained.
you could do that.
Oh yeah, they lift the dog up. We actually practiced it where they have a shield, and we put the dog on the shield, and then 3 people will lift the dog up, and the dog will then jump into whatever space we want to put it in. Yeah, I mean, so these canines are awesome. It was the Russ County Canine is actually a member of our SWAT team, so we actually have the dog riding the armored vehicle with us. So no, and all you have to do is give up, and the dog won't. We don't have to use the dog. And so the subject refused to get out and was bitten in the ankle, and then obviously was taken into custody, treated, released at the scene, and then taken to the Barron County Jail where she now resides. So Russ, most of it has to do with Polk County. We don't have any local charges here, minus the warrants that were Barron County warrants for the female. Polk County has the incident that took place over there. What charges they have, I do not know.
Sure.
But it was more of a domestic situation is what we had learned. So yeah, but about an 8-hour standoff yesterday afternoon, and all the tactics were used, and everybody went home safe. So that was the whole key there. But it was a long day, and a long afternoon. And
what a way to start your Monday.
Yeah, it was great.
And that's the great thing, right? So you said everybody goes home and everybody's safe, including the alleged or the person. I don't know what you call it, the perp. I don't know. I watched too much Law and Order. The bad guys, right? The alleged bad guys. They also get to go home. Well, in this case, jail, but still, they're safe.
Right.
This is the first one. Last year, you had a lot of. More than normal SWAT calls. I can't remember where we ended it.
15.
I don't know where we ended it. I mean, where you guys ended it. Was it like 13 or 14, wasn't it? 15. And so that was way over what you normally had done. Right. How many? Is this your first one this year?
That is our first one this year.
Hey.
Yeah.
All right. And it's February, so you're tracking for like 9 or 10. That'd be nice if it would. It'd be nice if you never had to go, do another one ever. You know what? I don't know if Russ County has a SWAT team. I'm sorry, Polk County has a SWAT team.
Polk County does.
I assume they do. They're pretty big.
In Barron County. Yeah, Polk County does have a SWAT team. We've worked with their team before.
Sure.
But this house was in Barron County. That's why our team was used and our arrest was used.
I think that was actually a question. No local resisting, obstructing for. Oh, right. So you had referenced that you don't have any charges here. Will there still be? Is this going to be one of those?
There's a possibility of that. We believe the male subject that came out first to protect the female didn't tell us the whole story, so my guess is he'll be charged with obstructing. But yes, it could be that those are misdemeanor crimes, so they'll be referred or could be charged today in Polk County. I'm not 100% sure. That's between our district attorney offices in both Polk and Barron County. Sure. But our reports will go up there and but yeah, we hadn't had a SWAT call for quite some time. I don't think we had one in December either.
Wow.
So our SWAT team hadn't been out in a couple months. And so, yeah, and like you said, great job. But I'm very proud of our team. It's a Rusk Barron team.
Yeah. Like
I said, we've added the Russ County Canine right into our stack. So he goes on all the calls and sits in the truck with us and in the armored vehicle with us. And it's
what's a stack?
It's a pretty impressive team. Yeah, it's a pretty impressive dog.
What's a stack?
Well, when you like on TV, when you go up to a door and you tap each other on the shoulder, and the person goes, that's a stack.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's actually in that stack with us.
Sweet.
When we approach.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations. Like seriously, this is what you guys train for, and I know that you, even though you haven't had, you said not, obviously not this year, but I didn't realize it wasn't even December. And what you don't want probably is, it's been a few months and everyone's a little rusty.
Yeah.
So that's why you have to train so much, because it's at any point we could have one and we could have 3, but in a weird way, like the more you do them, I'm assuming anyway, but just because that's how life works, the more you do anything, it just becomes easier, more routine, etc. But when you don't have the actual calls, you just train. So how often do you guys train? I think you've said that before.
Once a month, minus the months of July and December usually. So about 10 times a year we train.
Does this count as a training? I suppose not.
No,
'Cause it's not actually training.
We have training next week, so no, our trainings sometimes are different. Now, if it happens to mirror, like if we were doing room clearing, we already did that. We'd probably skip to it. But next month's training, I got the list right here. We're doing distraction. Oh no, we're doing medical refresher in February. So we're doing some EMT refreshers with our medical team. We actually have 2 medics also in the stack. So we have actually ride in our armored vehicles. Our medics ride with us so that they're right there in case something bad happens to officer or the suspect in this case. So we can provide immediate medical attention right in our armored vehicles. So we have them put right in there. So that's what we work with Marshville Medical Center on that. They provide us 2 EMTs that are tactically trained. We take them to the range with us so that they know what weapons we carry. No, they don't carry a weapon on them, but they know how to take care of us or the suspect if needed right away.
Sure. Well, that kind of well, I don't know if this directly ties in, but no-knock warrants. I wanted to talk to you about this because I want to get educated on it and learn, because I really don't know a whole lot about it. And obviously this is becoming recently it's been in the news in Minneapolis. So I figured it was kind of a topical thing. We should talk about it. Law enforcement anyway. And I don't know. So I just looked up yesterday, maybe for like 5 minutes, just kind of Googled what is our current statute or our policy, or in Wisconsin, what is the bill? What's the law? I really couldn't find anything. I saw something that there was from June, I think, of last year, that it was being brought up. There was a bill to potentially change it in some way, shape, or form, but I didn't see where that came. And who knows, maybe we even did a story on it, and I don't remember, like a politician saying, I agree to this. So first, for anything, for people who don't know, and I think I might put myself in that same category, that I have a very limited knowledge about, what is a no-knock warrant?
It's basically like we had a warrant yesterday to go in that house, but it was a knock and announce. And so when we roll into a knock and announce warrant, we're usually rolling in with our red lights on, our siren on, so that people know the police are here, we're here, so that we can't be mistaken for, other things that happen across the country. Like I didn't know cops were here, so I just was shooting out my window. So when we do a knock and announce, we do it maybe even a little bit different. Some people say, well, you shouldn't give up your tactical advantage because they're going to know where you are right away. But it's a knock and announce. They're going to know we're at the door stacked up. It's not, you can look on YouTube and look at SWAT tactics, and they probably show you every tactic they have. So nothing we do is secret. It's just we try to be, as in positions that are safe for our deputies. That's really what tactically we do. So basically we have a knock and announce. We knock. Sheriff's Department open up. Sheriff's Department search warrant. Sheriff's Department.
All right. So you tell them who you are. That's weird.
Yeah. Well, that's how it is. And then if
they get your guns ready, get your load up and everything, and get them pointed towards the door. That seems kind of stupid, but okay. I guess that's a thing. A knock and announce.
We knock and announce, and then we wait. 10-ish seconds. So no one's.
Well, how about can you do this? Can you knock on the door and say, "It's the sheriff's department," right?
Yeah, no, we don't do that.
Oh.
And all this is, so, and then we go in, obviously. But a no-knock search warrant means the judge says, for the safety of our deputies or the safety of the people in the house, we need a no-knock search warrant. Judge has to order
hold on a second. Hold on. So the first one is you knock and then you announce, thus knock and announce. This one is the no knock, so you don't have to knock. And I'm assuming then no announcement.
No announcement, correct.
So you can just open the door, slam the door open, or whatever those things are to, hit the thing open.
We can ram it, we can kick it, we can jimmy it, we can key it open, we can do whatever we need to do to get in.
Okay. So in Wisconsin, is there, I'm sorry, let me ask you this. Well, do you know what the current law is? Is there something? I know that there was, just because I had Googled it and I saw that there was looking into doing something different. What is the law right now? I mean, and how would that even possibly be changed? Is it a getting rid of no knocks, or there would be an adjustment to what it says on how you use it, or maybe it's when you use it?
Well, it's probably going to be when you can use it.
Okay.
But a judge has to issue a no knock. I have to go to a judge and say, I want a no knock because I believe that if I knock and announce, they're going to shoot Ben. They're going to shoot whoever's in the house. That would give me a reason to no knock, or they're going to destroy the evidence that we need for this crime. And flushing your drugs down the toilet is
Right.
really not a reason for a no-knock search warrant. So it has to do with officer safety or the safety of people. So I have to go to a judge and convince them a no-knock. Somebody asked
Right.
how many no-knocks we do a year.
Yeah, great
I don't know
question,
if we've
Molly.
done one in the last 5 years.
You
that I can-
haven't, you said.
Have not. We don't do no-knock search
Huh.
warrants. I don't know. I can't even remember the last time I was at one. I know we've done a few, but
And what would you attribute that to? The severity of the situation, or is this a kind of a get to know your sheriff and where they stand on this kind of a thing? Because I prefer not to really use those for whatever reason.
100% severity of the situation.
Got it.
I don't think the severity of it. Yesterday there was some talk about did they have someone in the house in our SWAT call. We had a conversation like, is the person in there a hostage, or are they part of this? Are they going along with what's going on of not coming outside? So we had some discussion on that, and that could have then decided, because then we'd have to decide we can't really use gas because there may be a regular person, non-suspect, a victim, a hostage, whatever you want to call them inside. So we had some discussion yesterday during these incidents, and that's why administration goes to those scenes, whether it's here in Rusk County or the sheriff in Rusk County, or I make those decisions, or our chief deputies make those decisions about no gas, knock, no knock. Let's go to the judge and ask for a no knock because we believe there's a hostage on the first floor. And if we knock and announce, that might put someone in the room with the hostage, whether based on information we gather from, whoever we interview or whatever we see. So no, I don't remember the last time we've done a no knock in Barron County.
So obviously this is coming up because I believe there was a situation in Minneapolis. It was I believe it was a no knock, and then someone got shot. Mm-hmm. So if there are people that, and it's perfectly fine if they do, right? What?
I want to comment that subject had a gun in his hand.
Yeah. It's an important detail.
It is important.
It is an important detail.
People to say the cop shot a guy. Well, not going to get into the details either, but I do want the facts to be that the subject had a gun in his hand when he popped up under the blanket. For whatever reason, he was hiding, sleeping. I don't know the answer.
Yep.
We'll never know that. We won't talk about this on this show. But you're right. They had a no knock. They went in. The subject got shot, but he did have a weapon in his hand.
Yep. So now, of course, that has made this a national topic, and the reason we're talking about it today. So for the people who are kind of against this, and that's fine if that's what they think or what they feel or believe, you do you.
Right.
If that went away, and you had just got finished saying that you really don't use them much, but it's nice to have that proverbial tool in the toolbox, right? If that went away, would that be a bad thing?
Yeah, I think it. Why take a tool out of our toolbox when a judge has to issue that? It's not like I can just make it up. So,
and actually, I didn't know that. So hopefully, maybe everybody else does. I usually am the last person to find anything out. I did not know that, actually. But that makes sense. Now that you say it, I'm like, duh, of course the judge would have to do that. But I don't even know why he would have thought he wouldn't.
We have to convince the judge that we actually need a warrant, and then we have to convince him that we need a no-knock warrant. So you have to show evidence of a crime, and this is the crime, and this is why I want to arrest Ben. This is what I think Ben's doing in his house. This is why we do it. And then this is why, now that we got all that out of the way, now, Judge, I want a no-knock because I think Ben's going to do this or this or, And so I don't know. I mean, they showed the judge issued it. They showed what judge issued it. And now I don't, he believed that the officers needed it for whatever reason. And he signed it. And so
regardless if there was I'm just going to speculate here, regardless if it was a no-knock warrant or just a quote-unquote regular warrant or a knock-and-announce warrant,
right?
You go into any room, and if there's someone points a gun at you, and you're law enforcement, I mean, I'm just saying you're rolling the dice because who knows how that's going to end. There's so many variables there, and I get it, maybe it's more shocking, but dude, your first response is when you're startled, get your gun out and point it at somebody. I don't know. I'm just saying. Again, I'm not. I feel terribly for the family, of course, and it's a tragic. It absolutely is tragic, and the officer that was involved in that, that can't be easy to live with stuff like that.
it sucks all the way around.
Yeah, it does.
And that's what's irritating about it. And I get frustrated with it, with some of the media comments. And again, it's not all media; it's the public and jumping to conclusions before the case gets released. And they released the body cam video right away, which you know, so
I didn't know that. I didn't see that yet.
yeah,
I really haven't been trying to. I really haven't been following it too much. It just when I knew the first stuff, I realized okay. I think it was even the. Oh shoot! I think it was even my son Kenneth. So he was actually here in the dining room. So I'm in the living room. And I saw it on the news where it was just on, and I think there was Kenneth here playing his video game, and he heard it, and went in, and he goes, "Oh no!"
exactly.
Like he knew, like, oh, that's gonna be. That's what everyone's going to talk about now in the media.
Let's make an issue out of it, and maybe there is an issue.
If there is, that's fine.
I don't know the rules of their department, so I mean, maybe there is an issue. I'm not. Again, I don't think cops do everything right, but I also think we do the best we can with the tools we're given, and you just have to follow what law enforcement tells you to do. Don't resist, and bad things shouldn't happen to you. And if they do, and you're not resisting, then the cops should be held responsible, 100%. For it. So
that I have the same philosophy with here at the house. My wife, when she says, "I just don't resist." She says, "Do this." Okay, you betcha. Because
but if you do resist, then bad things happen.
That's exactly right. Hey, quick question, Molly. She had our warrants needed to use canine. I would assume so, right there.
No, well, a warrant is needed to send a canine in a house.
Right, yeah. I think that's what that was meant. I don't think that the canine goes and gets a warrant from the judge.
That's a use of force. So the canine falls into the use of force continuum in law enforcement. So we can decide when to use force. And the dog is a use of force that we have to justify the use of it. And so, no, we don't need it. But yes, to search your house, if we don't have consent, then we need a search warrant.
Got it. Okay, that's thanks for kind of walking through some of that stuff. I know that this isn't one of those things that we usually end up like smiling and having tons of fun when we have these kind of topics, but I think they're important things to talk about. And especially when we hear those things in the national media, how does that relate to our local law enforcement? And that was another thing because sometimes those things that are happening somewhere else really don't hear, and sometimes they do. So I just thought it was important that we talked about it. So thanks for kind of walking us through that.
Yeah, I also think it's important to realize that they will have an impact on local law enforcement. If they make a decision at a national level, it's going to have some impact on our department. We may not use it, right now today, but we may need to tomorrow. So don't take a tool out of our toolbox when we're doing it right, or what I believe is doing it right, and just say, you know what, the no-knock warrant was good in this case. It was justified. Bad things happen. That's terrible, but we're not going to take away no-knock search warrants because of one incident. I mean, otherwise we should make cars that speed, we shouldn't make them go over 55.
Or just not even cars. I mean, at that point, if people die in cars, we'll just ban cars. Well, that'll solve a problem, I guess, but
maybe also bicycle crashes then. No.
Get rid of those.
Yeah, that's right. I don't want to see that because, again, that's why you have to pay attention to some of this stuff on the national level, because it could affect our department, and I don't want it to affect our department because we're using it in what I believe the right way if we needed to. Like I said, I don't remember the last time. I don't see it needed, but if it's needed, I want to make sure. My job is to make sure 78 cops go home at the end of their shift. And that
you come on the show once a week.
Yeah, that's right.
And don't take weeks off.
That's right. I promise. Well, I got a date. No, I don't.
You better would.
You wouldn't listen to me anyway, so you wouldn't know if I was going.
Okay. So you need to do your giveaway.
Okay. So I gotta look at how many.
Yeah. So you go ahead and enjoy that. So you figure all that stuff out. So he's going to announce a giveaway thing, and you'll talk about it in a minute. So I'll ask. I'm not going to ask you right now, Fitzy, but you need to do your thing. I want to ask for everybody else. Super Bowl picks. Who do you got? Cincinnati Bengals seem to be a really, really popular hot pick. A lot of people seem to be leaning towards them. Rams, I think, are favorite, but last I saw the line, I think it was 3.5. So that's not by much at all. I don't know where to go with this one. That one's going to be tough. I've picked the Bengals in each of the last 3 rounds in the playoffs to upset every team that they played. I picked them to win. I don't think I can. I don't know. I don't know. I'm leaning towards the Rams.
So I'll
So,
take the Bengals then.
well, I didn't say I was taking the Bengals. I'm saying
You
there's a
just said
hot
I'm
pick,
leaning
and
towards the
I said I'm leaning towards the Rams. I don't know who I'm going to pick. I don't think I can decide right now. But it looks like a lot of other people are thinking Rams as well. Taylor said Bengals, though. Yeah, so I always like rooting for storylines. I don't mean stories for like Dreadway. I just mean I like storylines. Like football, I actually enjoy the 6 days in between games because that's when you read about this guy got arrested for domestic. This guy's in trouble for this. This one did a wonderful thing in the community, and no, that person got traded to this team, and we hate them now. I like storylines. So I don't know what's the better storyline here: the Bengals winning or the Rams winning because of Matt Stafford. I don't know what's the better storyline. Which one?
Bengals. Joe Burrow's winning the Heisman, winning this national championship and the Super Bowl all within 3 years. I mean, that's a
good storyline.
Done that in the history of football.
All right, so I'll root for a storyline. So how about that? I'm not going to predict who's going to win, but I want the Bengals to win because I think it's a better storyline. Looks like there's real quick. You have to. Oh yeah, it's Snoop Dogg. I think is going to be on there. How is that dude still getting jobs?
Eminem's going to be on.
Oh, I thought it was Snoop Dogg.
No, it's Eminem.
Oh, okay.
Where does the canine fall in the use of force? Well, it falls in. Obviously, it's below lethal force, but because it can cause damage, it falls just below lethal force. That we would decide.
I've never heard of force continuum.
Yeah, that's how you use verbal techniques to arrest you. Then I can go hands-on with you. Then I can use OC. Taser.
Sure. See, it's like an NFL quarterback going through your progression, right? You have your number one option, then another option, another. See,
only we have to make it in about 1 second.
And don't screw up.
Now I got to change my comments. We had 101 comments, so I'm stopping it right now. I'm generating
83.
83. So now I got to count up.
Why don't you take it the opposite? 101 minus 83 is 18, isn't it? So is it 18? 17? 18? What is it? 101 minus 18 or minus 83, and then just count backwards.
But I got to take the last two off.
That'd be 18. So just count 18 up.
18 up from the bottom?
Yep.
But I can't count the last two because they don't count.
Well, count 20 up.
Oh, man. 3. Wait, I can't get them all now. Hang on.
We haven't done one of these in a while.
Yeah. I see them all. Hang on. Now I got to get to them.
Mm-hmm. Let me know. Take your time. It's not like we're live or anything. No big deal. Oh, see, if Mike was on, we would be having a problem. Don't read the comments. You need to go up and.
I'm trying. It won't let me. It won't let me go up. Hang on. I don't know why it's not letting me.
Well, okay, then you have to count all the way down.
Well, just take. I can do this from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
Jeopardy music or something. Mm-hmm.
I lost count.
Well, let's put some music on, a little dubstep for everybody. Well, just killing time. We love dead air, so. Hey. Sorry, I'm just reading through some of the comments. I love it. Do you want to wait until after?
Yeah, I'll have to do it after.
We'll have to do it after the show. So
83 from 101, I'll figure it out.
Yeah, so we'll put that in the
changing on me, so I lose my spot.
So we'll post that as soon as the show is finished. So it'll be in the comments.
Yeah,
so we just can't say it out loud. Yeah.
When it stops from 101, back down to 83.
Okay. Good, and then let them know what they have to do in the comments as well.
Yep. Perfect.
All right. So coming up this week, plans?
Hockey night, hockey Thursday, Benjamin House fundraiser over the weekend. So lots of stuff going on. Playoff hockey starts next week. Nice. So that's it.
Super Bowl, when the Super Bowl happens, is that a busy time for you guys? Sunday night, do you have extra patrol on?
I don't know. I think we'll be okay.
Sure.
People just need to have an escape plan is all we need.
An exit strategy. We like better. See, there you go. Dr. Dre, look at them all. So look, I don't understand how Snoop Dogg still gets jobs. I'm not bashing on the dude, just it's really weird. I mean, that guy literally did porn stuff, like the music, and created and directed several of those. Many of his albums just rails on cops. From everything you look through it and all the drugs, it's just so weird that he does Tostitos commercials. Really? You can't find anyone else? Look, I don't know. It's just really odd that we just take criminals and, hey, be our sponsor. But then again, if he paid us enough money, he could sponsor our show.
Exactly.
So I guess
It's
I
all
kind of
about
get
the
it now.
dollar.
Okay.
My brother knew that. That was my brother.
Awesome. Well, thank you, brother.
Thanks, brother.
Thanks, brother.
Yeah.
Yep. See, with Martha Stewart, Amanda gets it. All right, man. Cool. Yeah, I've got. So I will be doing the this Tuesday or Thursday. Congressman Tom Tiffany will be on for our monthly chat. I will get our shirt store link and everything on our website tomorrow morning, and we can talk about that more next week. And that's all I got, man.
All right. Sounds like a plan.
Thanks so much, man. I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you.
You've been watching Positive Tuesday with Ben and Fitzy, presented by Professional Exteriors and Interiors. Oh, hold on. Like Fitzy and I, Professional Exteriors and Interiors believes that it's the little things that make a big difference. With nearly 20 years of experience, this locally owned and operated business provides quality work both on the outside and on the inside of your home or business. More information, give them a call. The number is right there on the screen. For Barron County Sheriff Chris Fitzgerald, I'm Ben Dryden saying thank you for watching. Thank you for all of the comments, all the positivity. Fitzy will put in the winner for his giveaway when the show's finished. We'll see you right back here next week. Until then, remember, it's the little things that make a big difference. Thank you and have a blessed day.